What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the North Shore 9 podcast presented by FanDuel. This is the NS9 postgame show powered by Permani Brothers. I'm Jim. With me tonight is Neil. Neil, Pirates lose 3-0. Jared Jones, perfect through 6. Don Kelly pulls him. Bullpen blows it to none other than ex-Pirate Joey Bart, who was just traded. And all this, Neil, the night after Tyler was on this show and said, easy bet, Pirates over 4.5 runs tomorrow.
I mean, blame Tyler, but like, if you try to write Major League 3 with this Pirates team and some of the ways that they lost games this year, this night concluded, they wouldn't accept it. It would be considered unrealistic. I mean, like, to lose a game where Jared Jones goes 6 perfect because of a Joey Bart home run. Again, that it wouldn't be accepted in the writer's room. And here we are talking about it. This team pisses me off sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, 11-run outburst yesterday, and then you get shut out today. You only get 4 hits, no extra base hits. The offense just did not show up today. But let's talk about what did happen, because I feel like the main part of this and what was sort of the discussion on social media, the discussion in the Discord was, Jared Jones being pulled after 6 innings. I want to talk about just that decision first and foremost. This was, let me just kind of get it here. So Jared Jones, this was his 8th start coming back from elbow surgery. He had yet to go 6 innings in any start. He went 5 innings once prior to this, but he was pitching. I mean, Neil, this was the best I've ever seen Jared Jones. He was lights out. Fastball slider combo, missing bats, locating pitches, and just mowing the Braves down. Look, he was perfect through 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 77 pitches, Neil. And he ends the 6th inning, heads into the dugout, tries to kind of sneak past Don Kelly. Kelly's like, no.
Yeah.
You're done. And that's it. So perfect game, 6 innings over. Mason Montgomery comes in, gives up a hit almost immediately. And then obviously we know the rest of the story, but Jared Jones being pulled after 6 perfect. What are your thoughts?
I know this is going to surprise people, but I'm fine with it. First of all,
Neil?
No, yeah, really. No.
Oh, look at this. Neil defending a managerial decision.
I mean, like, I'm going to say that Don Kelly didn't have a choice. I think it's pretty clear that Jones is on some sort of ramp up program. It's only his 8th start back after missing a whole full year and a half of pitching. There was no chance the team was going to take the risk. It 100%. I don't know what the pitch count was, but probably was a cap around 80. And he wasn't going to be able to do this no matter how he went out there tonight. And I'm sorry, that's how baseball works. So I think the decision was taken out of Don Kelly's hands. I don't think he would have been allowed to go on no matter what. Maybe you disagree with that, but especially with how he's looked recently, I want to protect his health and ultimately score some runs. I'm sorry, this is a 3-0 ball game. Score some runs. Like, it shouldn't have mattered they got pulled after 6. The Pirates should have had a lead. And this shouldn't even be a talking point.
Yeah, I mean, it is a talking point. So we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
And yeah, absolutely. Like the Pirates offense scored 0 runs here. Like that's the problem. That's why they lost today, right? It wasn't because they pulled Jared Jones. It was because the offense scored 0 runs. I want to shout out Michael B for the super chat here. Thank you. He says, let Jones pitch until he gives up his first hit and then skip his next start. Then the All-Star break. Plenty of rest. Kelly sucks. This team deserves to lose. Thanks for the super chat there, Michael. And so Neil, just to kind of play a little bit of a contrarian here, I think with the way the Pirates have handled Jared Jones, I don't have an issue with the decision that they made today with how they've handled Jared Jones up to this point. Now, I think what I could probably have a problem with is like there really doesn't seem to be much of a Jared Jones ramp up program happening anyways. Like he came off the IL on May 29th and threw 77 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Today he threw 77 pitches. Like there is no ramping up. Like this is the team's philosophy with Jared Jones right now is that he's just going to throw 75 to 80 pitches every single start. And no matter how effective he is, he's done once he hits that threshold. And with a team that is as let's say not gifted in the bullpen, like you want to try to get as much length out of these guys as possible. I can't really think of any other starting pitcher coming off surgery where there's like I said, there is no ramp up here. It's just you're going 75 pitches and that's it. Like how long are they going to do this with them? Because I mean, at some point, is this just going to happen all year? Like is Jared Jones just going to be a 4 to 5 inning starting pitcher all year? Because if that's the case, then you probably need to go looking for a starting pitcher right about now. And Jared Jones may be better off in the bullpen, right? Like because he's not going to do this every time out. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I disagree with that. Like this is his 8th start. Why is his pitch limit 77 pitches? Why can't he throw 100 pitches right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I guess that's where I'm at. With how they've handled him, I get it. Like this was the deepest he's gone in a game this year. He was at 77 pitches. You got to think over a 3 inning span, even if he's pretty efficient, you're looking at, 120 pitches out of him to get a perfect game, which just isn't going to happen. So like I'm okay with the decision based off of how they've handled Jones to this point. I guess
Mm-hmm.
why are they handling Jones like this?
Yeah, I guess I don't feel like 8 starts is really that much, I guess, to be fair. And I think there is a difference when you get up, like have to go and sit down 6 times and like revamp each inning. I do think that like has something to do with like why they chose to take him out then. And I think, I mean, quite honestly, and even though I think he could have gone another inning and been fine, like health wise. So I don't have like why what the Pirates' plan is. I don't think it's going to happen all year. I think it's clear that they just really want to cap his pitch limit to preserve the arm. I wonder if they're traumatized by the Oviedo situation and how all that went down. That's all speculation, but like I understand the frustration, for sure. But I'm also thinking from a perspective that it worked out is that you go to Montgomery in the 7th inning against pretty much the middle of the Braves order and a bunch of lefties. Does Montgomery do as well if he goes out in the 8th and faces, say, like all the righties in the bottom of the lineup? I'm not so sure. So, like, I think this frustration makes complete sense because everyone wants to see a perfect game. Everyone wants to see the pitcher go out and continue the perfect game. We want all of that as fans. I want that. You want that. Everyone in the chat wants that. Everyone on Twitter wants that. Unfortunately, front offices and managers can't work like that. It's just not how modern baseball works.
Yeah. No, 100%. Another super chat from Michael. Thank you. He says that Bob Smizek, who apparently still trucking. Bob Smizek tweeted that Don Kelly's decision to use Carmen in a blowout loss looks 10 times worse tonight after another bullpen loss from the usual suspects. I think this is where you can kind of get on it, right? And last night, Tyler and DiNardo talked about like, why are you blowing Carmen Mlodzinski in a game that's over? Because you may need him later on. And he wasn't available today, right? So Carmen Mlodzinski's not available. So instead you go Montgomery, Santana, you go Matson. Santana looked good to start that inning. Gives up the 2-run homer to Joey Bart. And like I said, we'll get into that. But yeah, it would have been nice to be able to just turn this one over to Mlodzinski in a 0-0 game, right?
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't available because he was pitching yesterday during a 10-2 blowout.
Yeah. Well, I'm annoyed because I was going to bring that up because, like, yeah, like that is the reason to get on Don Kelly. You are absolutely right. There is no reason Baczynski needs to be out there for that long in a blowout where the Pirates have put up double-digit runs. Now, like, again, it doesn't solve the issue your offense scored 0 runs tonight off a starting pitcher who looks terrible. But no, like Baczynski should have been available tonight, and we've been criticizing the use of it, and all the entire time he's moved to the bullpen. I think none of us have been really all that happy with it, and it keeps rearing its ugly head on nights like tonight.
Yeah. Let's dive into Jared Jones though. Again, he was outstanding tonight, Neil. Just pumping heaters, hitting 100, hitting 101. He let's see here. Held his velocity kind of throughout the start. Averaged 100 in the first inning, 99, 98, 99, 98, 98. Like it was fastball, slider today. He threw one changeup, and it was just that fastball slider. He only faced the Braves 2 times through, so like he didn't really have to go deep into his arsenal. But 8 swings and misses on the slider today, Neil. 62% whiff rate on that pitch. And then another 6 swings and misses on the fastball. Like you could tell that the Braves were obviously afraid of the fastball because it's so hard. And every time Jones threw that slider, he was locating it really well, and the Braves just weren't ready for it, like all game long. They put 3 sliders in play, average 86 miles an hour, average exit velo on it. The fastball, they were just, when they weren't getting to it, it was up in the zone. They were popping it up. Like it was this was as good of a pitching performance I've seen a Pirates starter put together all year.
Yeah, I mean, six perfect kind of speaks for itself. I mean, I was desperately trying to rack my brains for an Ashcraft start, and I think Ashcraft has come close. I mean, Ashcraft has had some absolute gems, but like, no, this is vintage Jones that we were seeing from his rookie year. Like the beginning of the rookie year when he came up and pitched so well from the very beginning, even got the home opener. Like this is finally what we've been seeing. What we've been wanting to see. Like we've waited a long time for it. He really struggled when he first came up, but like I think if you kept the faith, if you believed in Jared Jones and his stuff, you're feeling pretty good right now. And what I really liked is just how different this was from his last outing. His last outing, he threw a lot of the curveball. He threw a lot of the changeup on top of his fastball slider. But it's cool to know that he can just go out there and still just run people over with his fastball. I mean, you had guys like Austin Riley, like these seasoned veterans, just swing at these fastballs right down the middle and not come close to hitting them. He looked incredible tonight, and I'm glad that he has more. He didn't need those other pitches tonight, but I'm glad that he has them. And I think the development's going to come along really well. And I mean, I'm willing to say that he's going to be part of this playoff rotation. If this is a playoff team, which I'm sure we'll talk about, he will be the number 3 guy. He is that good.
I mean, a performance like this is why he's in the rotation, right? Like because there aren't too many guys who can do this to a lineup. Like there just aren't. Like Carmen Baczynski can't do this.
No,
right? I haven't even seen Paul Skeens do this, in a year or so. Ashcraft has put together some really, really good outings, but I've never seen him do this. 6 perfect. I've never seen Mitch Keller do this. Like it's really special what he's able to do on the mound, and it's why he's in this starting rotation, because the upside here is incredible, and it is why I would like to see them just try to like treat him like a starting pitcher a little bit more every single game. Because like I said, that's my beef here is game 1, 77 pitches, game 8, 77 pitches. Like let's ramp up a bit. But overall, I mean, you look after today, Neil. The season stats are stabilized quite nicely now. Like ERA is down to 4.37, FIPS at 3.69. He's striking out 10 batters per 9 innings. The walk rate is below 3 per 9. I mean, it's like he's looking like a really strong starting pitcher. Now the only thing you need out of him is a little bit more length. But that's kind of by design at this point, that he just goes 4, 5, and then tonight 6 innings, which was his season high.
Yeah. Well, I also imagine like part of the reason he's been limited is because he's really has struggled. And it really, I think these last 4 outings, like where he's only given up, he gave up 3 earned runs against the Reds, but I think specifically this last month of starts, he has just looked so promising, and you've been able to see the development and like the recovery back to like his normal self, like feeling confident. And I think I love the fact that the walks are down, like the strikeouts are up, the walks are down, and when you get stuff like that, you have a very special talent on your hands. And tonight just showed again, like 6 perfect innings. You literally can't do better than that. I mean, 8 strikeouts. It was incredible against one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah, his last 4 starts. So those are the ones you're talking about. 17 and 2/3 innings. He has struck out 21. He's only walked 5, and he's a 2.55 earned run average, a 0.68 whip. So yeah, like I said, you want to see more length at 17 and 2/3 innings over 4 starts, but he is getting results now. Whereas, yeah, in those first 4 starts that he had wasn't necessarily what you wanted to see. So let's continue with the offense. Kind of gotten going through what didn't really happen tonight, and then the bullpen meltdown that happened, as well as the game-winning homer by our old friend Joey Bart. But first, let's kick it over to Cody.
This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack hydration sponsor. IQ Bar protein bars, IQ Mix hydration mixes, and IQ Joe mushroom coffees are the delicious, low-sugar, brain and body fuel you need to win your day. The Ultimate Sampler Pack is a great way for you to try all IQ Bar products and flavors. You get 9 IQ bars, 8 IQ Mix sticks, and 4 IQ Joe sticks. All IQ Bar products are clean label certified and entirely free from gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, and artificial ingredients. With over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are fueling their lifestyles with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees. The Ultimate Sampler Pack includes all 3. My personal favorites so far have been the almond butter chip and the iced tea lemonade hydration mix. It's just really full of flavor. I love starting my day with it, and I couldn't imagine starting my day with anything else other than IQ Bar products. Right now, IQ Bar is offering our podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, including the Ultimate Sampler Pack, plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text MLB to 64,000. That's MLB 64000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
All right, Neil, let's kind of break this thing down, because it was 0-0, through 7 innings here. The Pirates offense just couldn't really get anything going against Grant Holmes. It's not that they were just getting like mowed down by him. Like they were getting a base runner here, a base runner there. They just they couldn't string anything together. They couldn't drive anything. And you kind of see the difference between a game like yesterday, where, you're getting people to hit the ball over the fence and you can score runs in bunches. And today, where it was a single here and a single there and a walk here and a walk there. And it just wasn't enough to get anything going off of this team. They had an opportunity, I guess, in the third was like their best chance. Henry Davis got hit by a pitch to lead off the inning. Brian Reynolds had a base hit, so they had runners on first and third. Brian Reynolds stole second, so that gave them 2 runners in scoring position. But then Esmeralyn Valdez pops up, and that was their only real chance to do anything today. Was that was their only at bat today with a runner in scoring position.
If you liked pop-ups, today was the game for you. I mean, just so many times they get under the baseball. And I alluded to this before, but Grant Holmes wasn't good today. Like, he was all over the place. He was laboring through innings. And the Pirates really should have walked out of those first 3 or 4 innings with 3 runs. I mean, it's just I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think obviously the injuries are gonna be taking a toll on this team. It's just gonna happen when you have 4 starters on the IL. Like, it's hard, like, not to see that, but, like, I mean, Henry popped up the ball really hard. I think Esmerlin on that pop-up you mentioned, over 100 miles an hour of exit velocity on a pop-up or something crazy like that,
Yeah.
and it sucks because it's hard to get mad at this offense, but man, it's such a wasted opportunity tonight. You really should have jumped on this guy with Jared Jones pitching really, really well, and this should have been a very easy, comfortable game.
Yeah, I mean, they made him work. I mean, he only went 5 innings. He threw 90 pitches. But yeah, like they just like no extra base hits, nothing, just not really getting anything done. And I want to talk about this because I thought this was an interesting stat that I read. Like we always talk about how good this offense is. This is via Bloop and a Blast on Twitter, but the Pirates haven't won a game since June 13th where they scored less than 5 runs. So like this is a team where like if they're gonna win, like they gotta score. Like it just doesn't seem to be a team that wins games 2-1 or 3-2 or like last year. That's what we were used to, right? Every single game the Pirates won last year was a 2-1 win or a
Mhm.
3-0 win. This team doesn't do that. Like it's they're either scoring a bunch of runs and they're winning or they're losing. And yeah, that kind of struck me as a crazy stat. I mean, that's almost a month where this team hasn't won a game that they've scored less than 5 runs in.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a testament. Like tonight, the pitching was fine. Well, actually, elite until it wasn't. Like it is a testament how bad the pitching's been. Right, like where you have to score
Yeah.
5 runs. I mean, I keep going back to this comparison, but tonight's like tonight or why I call these guys the 2008 Chargers. Because on paper, this is a really good team. It is objectively one of the most talented teams in the league, and you just got an elite start from your pitcher who's been struggling, and you still managed to drop the game. And even though you're top 5 in runs, which is great, like again, not knocking it, it's one of the big reasons why they hadn't won 3 straight games since May until yesterday, and why there's only 1 game over 500. The team will not get out of its own way tonight, like they did tonight. It's unacceptable to keep dropping games like this.
Yeah, I mean, someone in the Discord was like, "I'm not really too upset about this game," and it's like, man, like when your starting pitcher pitches 6 perfect innings, you got to figure out a way to win those games.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to say that this was like an unacceptable outcome on a July 8th game against the Braves on a Wednesday night. Like you win tomorrow, like win the series, figure it out. But like your pitcher tonight, who we've been talking about how these pitchers need to do better. Your pitcher tonight did his job and then some, and the offense just didn't show up. This Braves bullpen is very, very good. Like once Holmes got taken out of that game, I mean, the Pirates did absolutely nothing from that point on. They did
Mhm.
get a base runner on against Fuentes, but 1-2-3 against Dodd, 1-2-3 against Lee, and then by the time Iglesias was in, it was a 3-0 game, and the game was pretty much over.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just a poor performance by the offense. We're not really used to it, and it's just a shame because like last night there were so many fireworks and so many things that they did well, and then tonight it was just they weren't there.
Mhm. No, in a vacuum, it's fine that you lose a game like tonight. It happens. It's baseball. You lose games you have no business losing, and sometimes your really hot offense gets shut out. It happens. It's just I think we're on loss number 20 of saying this, and
Yeah, that's the problem, right? They add
that's
up.
that's the big problem here is like it just keeps happening. Um, and I don't know what the solution is. Um, I mean, and it will be in. I'm sure this will be a big point of discussion. Is like, can this offense that's weathered so much? It's weathered a Cruz injury. It's weathered an O'Hearn injury. It's weathered a Griffin injury, can it weather now Horowitz, Griffin, Cruz, and I'm forgetting the last guy, and Andy, who just went on the IL today? Like, can they weather that storm? And I don't think tonight's that like indicative, because this is a really, really good Braves bullpen. Like, those guys you listed have been excellent this year, but it's still disappointing.
The Pirates didn't face a relief pitcher today with an ERA above 2.52. I mean, it was 4 really good relievers that they faced today. Like I said, that's the Braves' strength. But yeah, it's disappointing. And I think what kind of is the kick in the nuts here, Neil, is the blow delivered by the Braves in the 8th inning with 2 outs, and it's Joey Bart. Like,
yeah,
that was the kick in the nuts here.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the pitch, like, I'm trying to find it, but I'm pretty sure the pitch was, like, below the strike zone as well.
Yeah, sinker at the bottom of the zone. It wasn't a bad pitch. The awful pitch was the slide down the middle to Yastrzemski for the double, in the previous at bat. But like, strike 1, bottom of the zone, sinker to that, like, I have nothing wrong with that pitch. Joey Bart just beat him. But I think that's the part that I'm, that just sucks, is Joey Bart, who you basically just, let's face it, you kind of gave the Braves Joey Bart. Yeah, I know you got Hunter Stratton in return, but you could have gotten Hunter Stratton for probably less than Joey Bart if you really wanted him. And Bart is the difference in this game. 422 feet over the left center field wall, just crushed the ball. I mean, he crushed it. It was almost his second homer of the game, because he hit one earlier that Brian Reynolds caught at the wall. It would have been a homer in 29 ballparks. But yeah, he was. I guess the Joey Bart revenge game was real tonight, Neil.
Yeah, it sure was. And yeah, like, when hitting that nuke to the deepest part of the park, I mean, like, where has this been since 2024, Joey? Like, now you want to show, that was the worst part, losing to Joey Bart specifically. You never want to see that. And he's been with the Braves for like 2 weeks and already has like half the home run total he had in Pittsburgh this year. It's deeply unfortunate. But I mean, I know people were talking about Don Kelly and his bullpen management, but once again, who do you go to? Dennis Santana cannot get outs. I mean, he's lucky to not giving up 2 home runs tonight.
Yeah, again, kind of going back to the point earlier, you go to Carmen Mlodzinski.
Agreed.
You didn't throw him 2 innings in a blowout yesterday. So
agreed. I mean, and like, I don't know why they stopped piggybacking him off of Jones, considering how much they're limiting Jones.
It was working too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
I missed this earlier when we went to break, but another shout out again, Michael B. Thanks for these super chats, Michael. But he says Jones was averaging 12 pitches per inning for 6 innings. 36 more pitches would have killed his arm. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think I don't think that would have been the case here. This is just an issue where they've made up their minds on how they're dealing with Jared Jones, and this is how they're dealing with it. I don't think we need to necessarily agree with it. I don't. But I don't think that is I don't think that is Don Kelly's call.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, like, again, I don't know what data they have. I wish he could go more, but I also understand why teams act more cautiously when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
It sucked today. That is for sure. The Braves, they take this one, even up the series 3-0. Tomorrow we've got a day game, 12:35, Bryce Elder versus Mitch Keller. The Pirates are very, very slight underdogs on FanDuel at -102 on the money line. I'm not going to sit here, though, and say any guarantees, because Tyler, I'm blaming this loss on Tyler, by the way, because he spent 2 minutes last night talking about how, this offense, they're going to score over 4.5 runs off of Grant Holmes. And here's where we're at. This is all his fault.
You just think, of all people, Tyler wouldn't be making statements like that.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what's he doing?
Yeah. I mean, again, like I think if you go 500 this homestand, you're pretty happy. But man, you can't be throwing games away. Like if you win tomorrow, it really is okay. Taking 2 or 3 from this Braves team is good, and then you got Milwaukee coming into town. But you could have made your life so much easier by just winning today.
Yeah, winning today would have been good. You got to imagine who's catching tomorrow. Probably Rafael Flores. If you missed it, Andy Rodriguez is on the IL. Is it a strained butt cheek? I think was the official term there.
Yeah. No, I mean, Rafael Flores leads the majors in WRC plus.
There you go. Rafael Flores is going to lead us to the promised land. All right, Neil. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you're listening, tell a friend, all that good stuff. You guys are awesome, by the way. Yeah, you guys rock. You guys just keep watching, keep listening. We're in the thick of it. July is going to be a pretty fun, crazy month. We've got the draft coming up on Saturday. We'll be live for the draft right here on our YouTube channel. It's one of our biggest shows that we do every single year. If you haven't checked out Jim Callis's draft preview, that's up. Do that so you can gear up for it. We've got another episode of Offbeat tomorrow featuring Alex Stumpf, and we've got the trade deadline coming up here soon at beginning of August. So lots of stuff happening. Hopefully the Pirates can stay in this thing. I think the injuries are going to be tough, but this offense is good enough where I think they can weather some of these injuries, but the pitching also needs to step up. And today the pitching stepped up, but the offense went away. So we're going to need the offense to be back tomorrow.
Yep. And I think, I have confidence they can win tomorrow. But again, I'm just feeling a little down today. Felt so good for 6 innings, and then it got, and then it didn't. So,
yeah. On the bright side, if you're a fan of like scoregami, right? Scoregami when it comes to football, like football scores that have never happened before. There is an account called Pitchergami where it tracks starting pitcher lines, and no pitcher in the history of baseball had Jared Jones's line that he put up tonight. First time ever. It was the 83,479th unique pitcher line in a Major League Baseball game.
Fascinating,
isn't it?
I mean, just on the surface, like 6 innings, 0 runs, 8 strikeouts isn't anything you think would be too unique. But I guess when you make it perfect. But most people don't go 6 perfect only, I guess.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow again, Offbeat in the morning, post-game show in the afternoon, and then also NS9 Live tomorrow night. So we'll have 3 shows for you tomorrow. Hopefully you stay tuned, and we'll talk soon. Let's go Bucks.
Bye-bye.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.